So on April 14th, 1865, right here at Ford's Theater, when Abraham Lincoln was assassinated by John Wilkes Booth, Robert Todd Lincoln loses his father to assassination, and the rest of his life would be full of tragedy.
But he becomes one of the wealthiest men of his generation. Becomes president of the Pullman Company, which is like the General Motors of his day. He becomes Secretary of War under James Garfield.
And with that association with Garfield, we get the start of this uncanny run of events that would become a huge part of Robert Todd Lincoln's life.
It is an amazing story of history. It is so unusual that historians feel uncomfortable about talking about it, but it is documented. After the assassination, one of Lincoln's secretaries writes a book and describes how Lincoln told him about his dream, that he was dead, that his body was on display in the East Room of the White House. So Robert Todd Lincoln gets contacted by the president, James Garfield, tells him he's had a dream. James Garfield has had a dream of his own imminent death and says, I've got to talk to you about this. So Robert Todd Lincoln is going to meet with the president. It's at the Baltimore and Potomac rail station. And James Garfield is assassinated right then and there as Robert Todd Lincoln is standing on the platform approaching the president.
But there's even more, isn't there?
In 1901, William McKinley is the president, and he has a dream about his own death. And he sends out for Robert Todd Lincoln. He wants to talk to him about his own premonition of assassination. And Robert Todd Lincoln comes to Buffalo. He's going to meet the president. He's shot and assassinated before Robert Todd Lincoln gets there.
And after this third incredibly tragic circumstance, Robert Todd Lincoln vows to never be around another president again, fearing for their life. Yet, on the dedication of the Lincoln Memorial, he does make an appearance with President Harding and President Taft, and there is a photograph of the three of them. And when you look at the expression on Robert Todd Lincoln's face, there's this look of, like, get through this evening without anyone being assassinated. And it must have haunted him for the rest of his life. Robert Todd Lincoln, how much bad